am glad I joined your team. It has been too long since I traveled with companions. When the time comes,
Played this amount of Mass Effect 2 last night.
You're an important part of this crew, Samara.
It is my honor. Also, there is a matter I need to discuss. When we met on Ilium, I told you about a very dangerous person.
It was on Xbox One.
Using the information you obtained, I have located her. She's been going by the name Morinth. I would like to apprehend her before she disappears
I uploaded the clips and downloaded them.
She is an Ardat Yakshi. It is a term from a dead Asari dialect.
Put them into the Photos app.
But that is mythology.
Photos Legacy.
She is simply a very dangerous woman who kills without mercy.
And I saved it at 1080p. Because you need it to be at 1080p for it to have
there is no gentle
good
nervous systems. She overpowers yours, burns it out, hemorrhages your brain.
Quality.
You end up a mindless shell.
On a 32-inch computer monitor. But then when you
isn't she only deadly to the people she mates with?
Screen capture the video with the video
stronger,
commentary.
And faster. And she's
saves at 720p.
She confuses her victims, twists
and
their
it's just
feelings.
sort of going on
They will do
YouTube,
anything
or
for her
maybe
favor.
you'll restream it on Twitch someday.
Thank you, Commander. There are no words to express what
and
this
it's just
means
like
to
a
me.
little window
There's
going
one thing
off.
more. This creature.
Maybe you'll watch it
is
yourself on a laptop
monster.
or something, or on your phone.
She is my daughter.
Oh, but then I could
Can't be easy to talk about.
put 10 minutes of this clip on
My daughter's condition
TikTok.
is my fault, and my redemption lies in killing her. Do not pity me. Simply understand my situation.
How did all this happen?
I spent my youth on the move, adventuring. I killed people, mated with them.
Yeah, and that
just
was
danced
sort
the
of
night
the
away.
turning
I learned
point
so
where,
much, experienced so much.
you know, Mass
And then my
Effect
matron
2,
days came.
where
I
you
could finally sit back, bask
stop
and enjoy
being
my
interested in what video game characters
one
have
moment,
to say.
it was all
'Cause you have to
taken
take
away.
the time to get to know them, and then really it wasn't
We
actually
need to
that
get on with our
interesting
mission.
talking to
understand.
them.
Nonetheless, if there is time,
there's a lot of
I would
ways
like to
you
go
could
to the
react to
Afterlife
it.
nightclub on Omega.
At the
Help
time,
me
the
find my
graphics were still
long-lost
really
daughter.
good.
And kill her.
Dialogue
find
had
more.
gotten a little bit better. And I had switched over from Xbox 360 to PS3 at the time. So for me it was a PS3 game, which sort of changes the feel of it. And I wasn't able to import my save file, but the PS3 version came with all the DLC, including an interactive comic book where you could
Commander,
choose all the
want to talk to
choices you
Garrus.
made. Help Samara. Back to Omega, huh? I was definitely feeling a lot of strange things while playing it again. Like, hey, just let me do this. Or maybe it is really dumb. Or maybe it's coming off too strong, or you don't really agree with some of the game's messages. You probably don't agree with any video game's messages. You know, once you start recording it, and you think about this recording as your video and something that a child could see and how it might affect them. I thought I would take Thane with me because it was kind of a dark mission. See, there you go again.
Ardat Yakshi's location. However, given the reputation of Ardat Yakshi among the Asari, Arya T'Loak may have tracked her movements.
Thank you.
And it's different saving the gameplay and adding video commentary later, and also saving it as smaller clips that you then need to put back together, because then if you're putting smaller clips into a video editor, then it's like make-believing that you made this video yourself, and then you had to upload and download it like 3 more times to get it from Xbox to a website, then it's coming off of a website. So then it's like re-streaming it, it's hitting multiple websites, which is really just making a bigger deal of it than it actually is. Then I was sort of reacting to all this last night, just like, oh, whoa, like, this is kind of going too far.
What do you need?
Samara's daughter.
An Asari fugitive is hiding out here. She's an Ardat Yakshi. We need to find her.
I knew it. Nothing leaves a body quite so empty as an Ardat Yakshi does.
You haven't taken steps to kill her.
Why would I?
And then this mission was really dark, but also reminded me of a dark,
Pretty thing. Lived in the tenements near here.
Too Far mission that we did in Star Wars RPG. So it's kind of a
Good luck finding her.
similar
Better
thing
not
to
catch
that.
her.
It's like, oh yeah, you see the problem with that now? Oh, and then the video cut out there, maybe, it's been 10 minutes, I'm not sure. Oh yeah, and I remember wearing those, Turtle Beach headphones to try and make, video games more immersive. I enjoyed those they were my second set of Turtle Beaches at the time. I was pretty confused about how to do this mission because I can barely follow along with the dialogue in my mind, because I just don't listen. But I just sort of kept on checking my map and sort of trying to remember the last thing they said, and they said apartments.
The Asari Republic has ceded its share of defense responsibility to the Turian hierarchy. The human alliance maintains the majority.
Yeah, now it's even giving me more to think about right now.
Daughter.
Like, why is it
I'm not
happening
bad a
like
week ago
this?
and
Doesn't
no
make
one
any
seems to
sense.
care. The medics said it was a brain hemorrhage, but that's not true. It was murder. Someone killed my nephew, my baby.
I think she was murdered too, and I'm looking for her killer.
Oh, thank you. It's so hard when no one believes you. I'm all alone now. Are you one of Arya's people?
I'm an interested
I'm looking
party.
into this on my own authority.
No one else on this hellhole station gives a damn that my nephew is dead.
Yeah, it's really weird and
something
ridiculous
about it. I'll
playing
help
this
you
game
however
so
I
many
can.
times, but then at the
You
same
mind if I
time,
examine Neff's room?
you're still not really working
disturb
too hard
anything.
on it.
Her clothes.
Just sort of
Art,
an
some
odd
pictures.
hobby that
Everything
keeps
is the way
on
she left
repeating
it.
itself and stretching out for
It will
years.
always be. My baby is gone. Thank you. I'm sorry. I just miss her so much.
It's okay. We've all suffered loss.
I know what it means to lose a daughter. I will avenge her. Thank you. Please.
And I know
if
what
you
you're
hope she's going to
thinking.
kill.
Next time, leave the subtitles
We will be
off.
respectful.
But at the time,
I'll examine her things.
I just liked how all this text
sending you
was
this hologram by the
appearing
Alpha
through
Artist
my
portal.
choice, and it's almost like you're typing it all up by turning the
Read the
subtitles
oldest
on.
entry.
Hey, diary.
Yeah, that's not how it's supposed to feel. Or then you can see what they're saying. and that helps out a little bit more, but you probably should go back to trying to listen to them talk and follow what they're saying. Yeah, maybe that's one of the reasons why things aren't going too well.
Read the newest entry.
Cycle 42, orbit 67. She's going to take me to her apartment tonight. Whatever happens, I want to be with her forever.
But another thing was when I started playing these games again, I might not have my headphones on, and then the video would be playing silent with the speakers turned off so I could add my voice commentary. And having the subtitles on helps me follow along with what's going on if the volume had been turned off. Yeah, that's something you could do, is turn the volume all the way down and then read what they're saying instead. Well, I don't know what the point of that would be.
Close the holojournal.
This is Morin's work.
But, you know, if you think that that's better reading,
sparks slightly isolated from their
yeah,
peers.
maybe.
She impresses with sophistication and sex appeal, and she strikes. The hunt
would force you
interests her as
to
much as the
really read it.
conquest.
Anyone who successfully hunted sapient beings for 400 years warrants caution.
Nah, that
Morin
would just
speaks
be
to you on
weird.
many levels. Her body tells yours that she'll bring unimaginable ecstasy. Her scent evokes emotions long hidden. Her eyes promise you things you were always scared to ask of another. Her voice whispers to you after she is done speaking.
So,
Let's
what's
stop
our next
her.
step?
Storming her den would be a mistake. She will have 100 escape routes planned. She will go to ground and disappear for 50 years or more. This is the closest I've ever been.
Do you have a plan?
You sound like you're working your way toward an idea.
Afterlife's VIP section seems her preferred hunting ground. You must go there alone and unarmed.
Let's go.
Time's wasting. Let's get over there.
And then, like,
I
back
agree.
then,
We can
or
talk
when I
more once
played
we're
the
there.
first game, I was probably going for a perfect playthrough. But then as you grow older, there's no reason to do that, and I think most kids actually aren't that interested to try and get a perfect playthrough. And now, once you start streaming, it actually makes even less sense, and there's no point in doing that at all. See how this mission's kind of going too far a little bit? Yeah, it's almost becoming a waifu. I think that's what they're called. I'm not sure. But yeah, that's what the border they're crossing is.
Come on, let me in.
And I also was noticing how this place was called Afterlife. And you have to go to the lower level and the VIP lounge. So I kept on looking at the map. And I was reading these things. And I wasn't really sure exactly where I would go, but I guess that's what it forces you to do when you click on the same button that's your compass button, and it doesn't point you towards the objective.
So, either of you ever been to the Citadel?
Was that Fist? Maybe you could have talked to Fist. Like, no way, Fist is here? Yeah, I just walked right by him and didn't even notice. But yeah, I wasn't actually that interested in these action figures conversations anymore. That's why you're sort of having a more direct playthrough, just sort of pushing the thing forward and not really listening to what they're saying. You even sort of think, hey, that's how it's supposed to be. Because you don't want to go too in-depth with it. Not right now, anyways, or everybody's different. They're all having a different reaction and experience.
Someone told me the rest of Afterlife is nothing compared to this place.
Sounds like a smart person. Who was it?
Giroux.
Go on in. Word to the wise. Start a fight, we'll hurt you. Someone attacks you, it's okay to defend yourself.
Interesting.
You must go in alone. Morinth will be watching. Like any predator, she is cautious. You must pique her interest enough that she will approach you. When you are face to face, subtly encourage her to invite you to her apartment. I'll follow discreetly, and when you are alone, I'll spring the trap. Know this, until I get there, you are in great peril. She will be planning to inflict horrors on you. If you are not careful...
Yeah, this seems familiar.
Let's get started.
She kind of reminds me of Uma from Blood Omen 2.
Any mistake and Morinth will disappear. If you're the least bit unsure, come talk to me.
Use the vampire's whisper.
Thank you. I do not
Yeah, she was kind of a creepy, and then, I mean, she is kind of like that because her name is Samara. So yeah, wow, another Buddhist, Hindu name for a person, female character. Some different species. I mean, yeah, she's an alien. And then they also find the word alien offensive too, because it has multi-uses. It's not just a space invader.
Come on, baby. I can pay. I'm a good tipper, too.
I'm wandering around here. I don't really know what I'm supposed to do. And I start thinking, I'm just supposed to start clicking on the people that have Z targeting.
Lots of money on display.
Hi. I need help right now, and I don't know who to ask. You're human, and you don't look high, so you're it. Can you help me out?
What kind of help?
My friend Moiral is doing a piece on Omega Games. She's hanging with Florid. He's the worst of the worst.
Sounds dangerous.
Get hurt.
Yeah, and she's going to. See, Florid's on her. His gang is on the way here, and they're going to make a mess of her. I have to get a message to her, and fast.
What are you asking?
What do you want me to do?
She and I have a code. If you go over and say 2 words to Florid, my friend will get the message and get out of there. The 2 words are terminal and eternity. In that order. Please tell me you can do that.
I'll do it.
I can do that.
Thank you.
I kind of like this
Remember,
fast-paced
terminal
techno
and
beat,
eternity.
though.
In that order, just work them into a sentence.
But it's sort of just a sound loop. And I was just sort of agreeing with that guy that I would do the thing, but then I had no interest in doing what he told me.
Hit him in the alley. Long as it isn't one of Arya's people.
And I was like, that's even really weird for him to ask me to do something like that.
Hey, what are you looking at?
Just
I want you
leave.
gone from here.
Hey, we gotta pay the man. We work for Hink. You hear that? So, what do you think this...
I'll help with your boss. Not
A
much.
pair of sad losers who think there's something, and are about to find out they're not.
Who's gonna show us that? You? Human thinks he's a tough guy.
Tougher than you.
The drinks here are so strong.
I don't talk to people.
I guess they'll let anybody in here now. No standards anymore.
Let's step outside.
Can you back that up? We go out to the alley, only one of us comes back in.
I'm just trying to have a drink here. No need to get all excited. Damn.
And then the
I've
video
been
stopped
watching you.
recording right
You're the
there.
most interesting person in this place.
And then she just sort of
Gotta put
approaches
over here in the
you
shadows.
after you
Why don't
talk
you come sit
to
with me?
3 other people.
Some nights I come here and there's no one interesting to talk to.
And
Some nights.
you should have
just
saved
one person.
before this.
Tonight
So that
it's
you
you.
could load the save.
Why is that?
Because I'm not
tell
gonna
me.
pick the right answers. I'm just sort of
can't tell
picking
you
the
that you're
default
special.
answers more. Not really
all
trying
over the
to
galaxy.
win this
It changes
conversation.
you, doesn't it?
I bring the change.
I'm not changed by the places I go. They're changed by me.
That's impressive. When I travel, I find myself drawn to dark, dangerous places.
Violent places?
Violence is the surest expression of power.
Power is safety.
When you're the most powerful, you're safe.
I was just
Safety
sort of
really
choosing
are
the
one out of life.
default.
Do you know anything about art?
It speaks to the darkest
Do you like
places
art?
in me. What about you?
Art talks to you.
You've got quite an imagination.
I thought you did as well.
Let's talk about your imagination.
I'm gonna get us some drinks. The least I can do to pay you back for all the wonderful conversation.
And I think she's just walking away. She said she was buying drinks and she just ditched you. So yeah, you failed the mission, and that means that Samara will
She was alerted
probably
and she got away.
die in the suicide
I will not
mission
chance
because
like
you
this
didn't
for
have her
another 100
loyalty.
years. How many people will die in the meantime? I will have to find her.
And yeah, that's just fine. I'm not gonna go back and redo this because I don't
Shall we
really
return to
care.
the main floor of Afterlife?
Let's go.
I was like, oh hey, I still got XP. I like how short that mission was though, because I did not want a long mission. I guess I'm still having fun. Yeah, this really takes me back a little. Probably do at least 2 more missions real soon.